Have you ever been scrolling on Instagram and you see this really cute top, like the scarf tops, and you wonder to yourself, can I pull that off? Am I the right size for that trend? Will it look good on me? Can it flatter me? Will it work with my body type? Well, if you've ever wondered that, you stumbled upon the right video, because like you, I've been there. I'm like a size 8'10", and these tops are usually shown on very petite frames. However, I've done some homework and I've found 5 ways to style the scarf top for that more mid-sized gal that will look flattering to the body, and you can totally pull that off this summer. What is up, glam and style fam? Welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, if you have just found me today, how are you doing? I'm excited to welcome you to the style fam, and today we are sharing 5 ways to style that scarf top, getting you ready for summer. Now, first things first, you need to have a scarf for this. I'm using silk scarves, and you want it to be the right size. So we're looking at 35 by 35 inches at a minimum, because that's going to give you enough fabric to work with. The one I'm using is from Amazon. It doesn't break the bank at all, and I will link it down below for you to check out. And it has a multitude of prints, but this one I have has like some greens in it. It's like that jewel tone emerald green. It really caught my eye. Just works with my whole vibe. Now, if you are a larger size, you're just going to want to find larger dimensions for a scarf for you. Like I said before, I'm a size 8'10", but I also wear a 34 like triple D, almost into the quadruple D. I think that's an E. For my bra size. So I have a little bit of a fuller bust, and that's the main concern with wearing these scarf tops confidently. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So grab a scarf and let's get tying. So now you have your perfect oversized silk scarf that's going to give you the cover so you can confidently tie these scarf tops. I am going to be doing mine over the bandeau, but I will show you the styles, of course, without the bandeau. I'm just doing this for extra coverage while I'm demonstrating the tying. So we're gonna start with the most easy way to tie a scarf top. It's just the classic OG upside down triangle look. I promise you can get this one. Just start off with your scarf in a square, and you're going to form a triangle. So the easiest way to do this is just flip one half over, you grab the other side, and you have an upside down triangle. Now, if you want more coverage, you can kind of make the front a little bit longer, just make it a little off center, because as you see here on the back, right there, this part is a little bit more up. That'll just give you a little more front coverage. And if you're a little fuller in bust, you'll like that trick. Now you're going to just place the triangle on you, line it up as center as you can get it, but if it's a little off center, you can always adjust, but I did pretty good so far. And now in the back, we are going to cross the 2 tails and first make your first tie of it. So just to get that tension, you want to hold it really taut. And now you're going to make your knot to secure it. So just try to continue to hold the tension, because it is a slipperier fabric. And then there you go. So that is going to be the first style, just that upside down triangle as you see. And this style will give you quite a bit of coverage. So if you're apprehensive about wearing a scarf top, this is a really good one to start off with. So I removed the bandeau and the strapless bra I was wearing, and you can see you'll have some back out with this way of tying the scarf top. But if you feel just a little bit unsure about it, you could of course keep the bandeau underneath, but it will show. Or you could always just utilize a third piece, add a little fun denim jacket over it, just to give you that extra layer. But honestly, I like this style. It's pretty comfy, pretty easy to wear, and it feels pretty secure. So for the next 2 styles of tying the scarf top, we're gonna use a necklace. I like this because it just gives you a little bit more support, and it frees up room to really work with the scarf and get the coverage that makes you feel confident, but you still get the look. So I usually get one, I think the longest this goes is 18. So you don't wanna go with anything that's like a choker. It needs some slack. I'm going to put it on the very last jump loop so that way it is at the longest setting, and then just adjust it from there. So everything's laying here. This is going to be the base of our tops. So we're starting with an open scarf again, and we're going to take two opposite corners. So one at the top, and I'm going to grab the corner at the bottom. And what I'm going to do is loop them into the necklace like so, and tie a nice little knot. And that's going to start our top. So we just do it like this. And don't worry about those two tails, we'll tuck it in. So now you're left with this open fabric here. What you're gonna do next is just kind of gather it and start to place it, because this is like a key part that you don't have to adjust at the end so much. So just kind of line it up here. And you can conform it how tight or loose you want it. This style I like to really hold on the body, so I'm gonna wrap it really nice and tight. And again, at the base, we're just tying a knot. You can let the two tails on the back chill out, and then just tuck the tails underneath here, so that way they don't pop out. And again, it makes like that illusion like it's all one piece. This was my first way I really wore a scarf top and loved it. And I posted a picture last year of it. People loved it, and here we are. We're doing it together, and I'm showing you the ways. Now we're free of the bandeau underneath. I'm gonna give this an up close look. Again, you wanna just make sure the tails of those knots at the top anchoring to the necklace are tucked under. And you can smooth it over so that way it's not like two bits of fabric. You want it to look like one sleek top. And when you step away, you can just take this extra slack and either tuck it under. You could tuck it under a little bit more if you want to show a little midriff, or if you want it to really feel like a really sleek blouse, just easily tuck it in to your pant like so. And it'll just, again, accentuate the shape, give it a good look, and just elevate it a bit. This top, of course, wear it alone, show off the shoulders, get that sexy, effortless resort vibe. Or if you're in a setting where you need to style it up just a hair, you can pop on some blazer over it and just layer it that way. And that way you get the peak of the scarf, the necklace, the whole deal. Either way, perfect. The second scarf top style with the necklace is a lot more daring, but if you're really feeling that vibe, go for it. It is definitely one I could see really looking good with a high-waisted linen pant. I just have a whole vision with something like this oversized hat. You'll see it when it all comes together, but let's get started with the tying. So what I like to do is make kind of a weird long oblong rectangle. And what I do to do that is I start by like folding in a little bit, so you're not exactly touching corner to corner, but then you'll overlap a little bit more, and then you're gonna fold it in half. So you should have like kind of like a rectangle, but it still has the pointy ends. This just gives you the maximum amount of fabric to work with, again, because you want to be able to play with the coverage. Now I'm dropping that in half, so I'm making sure this is even. And now I'm going to just pop that through on the necklace. So just like half and half. So now it's draping here. Now the next thing you're gonna do is just open these two tails up. And what I start to do is spread open the fabric a little bit more, because it's gonna cover your bust like this. Just open it up just a hair. But then you're gonna take the two tails and you're going to tie it around the back. And if you feel like it's uneven, you can just adjust it as you're tying. Continue to hold that tension, and then tie that knot. Then, boom. So now that you have that in place, start to manipulate that fabric and open it up. If you feel like it's too much tension, just go back and rework the knot. This one is a trickier one because you want to still feel like you have support, especially if you have slightly larger boobs. So I loosened it up a little bit, just kind of working at that. And I think we're almost to my liking. Now that I loosened that knot, it's not feeling like it's dragging my neck down. It could be a little bit looser, but again, just play with it to your comfort level and also feeling supported. That's always like my main thing. I need the girls to be supported. So I'm gonna remove the bandeau and show you how I place the scarf and like open it up in the final look. And now I have everything in place. I can again adjust the scarf a little bit more. I could open it up so it almost kind of like meets really nicely in the center and it opens up. But this is the final product. If you wanted to be like a teeny more risque, you could have a little under boob showing. But for me, this is like perfect. This is my comfort level. Again, if I had like a high-waisted flowy pant or skirt, this would be like a dream hat vacation pose per. From the back, you do have a lot more exposed as well too, so just be mindful of it. But I do like the fact that you can sit your bust into the space of the scarf, and it just feels like one of the more supportive options for tying a scarf knot when you have a little bit going on. So how are you feeling about those tops? I feel like some of them are really cute, some of them really push the envelope, but I still have 2 more for you. And the next one's good in case you don't have a necklace that you feel comfortable using as an anchor for your scarf top. We're going to create like a necklace within the scarf itself. So again, you're starting with your open square. We're gonna grab opposite corners right here. And you're going to pull them up together. And now you're creating a base for that. So you're gonna tie one time, not a knot. This one's loose. It'll start looking like, almost like one of those like little bags almost. And this, you're going to start with around your neck. Now you can like twist these if you want, just to give it a little bit of interest, but just tie it. And again, try to not make it like too much slack with the tails of it. Just give it like enough to keep it secure, and you'll know that, like you'll be able to tug at it and slip it right into place. So now you have your base. So like the first style with the necklace, we're now opening this up and we're going to wrap it around the back and tie the tails like so. So now you can see, actually I made a oopsies. This is too tight. So I'm gonna have to give this a little bit more space. So let's see if that kind of helps. A little more like a choker. That's a little bit better. It's gonna be very exact, it's all good. Yeah, that's better. So I slid off the bandeau so you can see from behind how this lays. It does have a nice little wrap to it that I don't feel like overexposed in it. Some of the other styles are far more daring. So if you're leaning a little bit more to the conservative side of a scarf top, this is a good solution for you as well. And it has enough drape so I don't feel like anything is going to show. If it's a windier day, I'm just gonna like tuck in the front a bit to keep it secure, because if you are going without a bra, it does have a little flow to it that could blow up, but that would just secure it right in place. So the next style is another one that pushes the envelope just a hair, but I'm going to show you how to get the perfect scarf bandeau, because again, we see some people tie it without a bra and I'm like, I can't do that. So the first thing you need is a strapless bra that's going to make the base for that. I'm using the xoxo red carpet bra. It's my go-to. It's really great for fuller sizes. Has a really nice side support as well, so it doesn't roll or do anything weird. It is like my favorite strapless bra. So I'm gonna pop that on over bandeau so you can still see how I am tucking and creating the top. Starting with our silk scarf open, we're gonna fold it over into the triangle fold. Real easy, just a few flicks of the wrist. And then we are going to wrap it around the back of our body. So the long part of the triangle should be back here. Center it up by adjusting the tails here and getting them to an even length. Now this one, you are going to start with tucking this tail into the bra and underneath. Then you're gonna pull the tail like so. So you should have like a little drape like that. Repeat the same thing with the other side. It really doesn't matter which side starts under first, to be honest, as well. Okay, so now we have our little bunny ears here, and I'm going to just slide and give it a more slack, so that way it's going to like really nice along the bust. So we got that there. And now I'm just gonna slide off the bandeau just to give an easier way to see this. So I'm gonna continue to just tighten this and kind of holding that fabric and then pulling along the bottom. So now this has the right amount of slack that I want, and then just position the bra up so it's really nice and supported. And then you're gonna pull to cover a little bit more and then tuck underneath into the bra. So that way it covers the complete cup. So again, just repeat the same thing. Just pull on that top layer of the fabric. And then you can tuck the top into the cup as well. And then tuck underneath like so. Now what we're going to do is just take one of the tails. So I'm gonna take one that feels like the shorter one, open it up like that, and wrap and tuck that underneath. So you're almost getting like that faux front knot look for these little tie bandeaus. And then you open the bottom tail more and just tuck it again to your liking. So it just creates that little illusion right there. You could leave this draping in the back, but I want to like make sure it feels really nice and neat. So I'm gonna tuck that upward like so. So today we're styling up the whole bandeau look with some necklaces, just because your décolletage is more exposed in this. This would ideally be worn with something high-waisted. I just think it makes it much more elegant and chic. And if you thought you could not wear the bandeau scarf top, I just proved you wrong, just using your strapless bra as an anchor for it and wrapping around it gets you that look effortlessly, and you can wear it confidently. I also love the fact there's a little drape in front too, so again, you just don't feel like you're left out there in the open. There's just points and interest to make it more stylish. All right, Style Fam, you've seen 5 ways to tie the scarf top. So I want to chat with you more about this because I had so much fun creating this for you. Let me know which style you're going to be trying first down in the comments below. So if you enjoy fashion content just like this video, then this is the channel for you. I create weekly content. All you have to do is hit subscribe and that bell notification video so you don't have to miss out on a single video. Now, while this video may be over, I want to hang out with you more. So I'm going to be really generous and throw up the next video on the screen for you to click into, and I'll catch you on that video.